Hi everyone, this is Dr. Cole Handy Jones here with your handy physical therapy tip of the day. Today I want to talk about 10 low back stretches that you can do to relieve your low back pain. Before I get started, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, hit the thumbs up, and put a comment down below. Let's get going. These 10 stretches are not for any specific diagnosis, okay? They're just kind of general ones that you can try and see if they help or not. So if you do things and they make you feel worse, back off, listen to the pain, and don't push through it. If they make you feel better, push them a little harder and do more reps of them as they might help you. One thing that I'm going to talk about is directional preference. So directional preference is a movement where we find if you like to bend forward or flex, that's when you bring your knees to your chest or chest to your knees more, or if you like to extend, that's when you go back behind your body. Usually if we can find that you like flexion or extension better, we do more of those exercises and it seems to help you. So I'm going to show you options for both. You can try both and see what you like. These first three exercises that I want to show you are flexion-based exercises. These are things that are going to bring your knees toward your chest or your chest towards your knees. These are typically going to be better for someone who is an older adult. So probably if you're over 50 years old, these will probably help you. Or if you've had back pain for a really long time, these are probably the ones you're going to want to try first. Okay, so the first exercise I want to show you is a knee to chest stretch. So what you're going to do is lay down on the ground or on a table. You can even do these on a bed if you need to, okay? You're going to grab one knee and pull it towards the same side shoulder. So my left knee, I'm pulling towards my left shoulder. I'm going to try to hold this for about 30 seconds, okay? What you should hopefully be feeling is a little bit of a stretchy, tensiony discomfort, perhaps in your low back, buttock, or hamstring. Any of those things are fine, okay? But it definitely should not be pain, okay? If you're doing this and you don't feel anything at all, you could also take this knee and pull it across to the opposite shoulder, okay, to induce a similar movement. Same thing, you might feel stretch in the back, the buttock, or the hamstring, okay? If you don't feel too much of this, you could also take your other leg, so that's my right leg, and set it down, and usually that gives you a little bit of a bigger stretch. I would hold this for 30 seconds and repeat it 3 times. The next exercise that I want to show you is called a child's pose. So for this one, you're going to need to get on all fours. So same thing, you can do this on a ground, a table. You might be able to do it on a bed. A bed might be a little bit soft for it. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to get on all fours. So hands and knees, okay? You're going to want your ankles together with your knees a little farther apart. And all you're going to do is you're going to sit your butt back onto your heels and stretch out your arms a little bit, okay? The goal with this is to have your head relax down onto the table and just try to take deep breaths, okay? You have a couple ways that you can do this. One, you can just lay back like this and hold it for about 30 seconds. Or you can kind of rock back and forth. So rock back in it, hold for a few seconds, and then come back up. Rock back and hold for a few seconds, and come out. Okay, so that's exercise number 2. The next exercise, I want you to sit down at your kitchen table. Okay, you'll sit down in your chair, put your arms on your table, and all you have to do is lean forward, and then come back. Lean forward, and back. And same thing as the previous 2 exercises, you should hopefully be feeling a little bit of a stretchy, tensiony in your low back when you do this exercise. Another option for the exercise, if perhaps your kitchen table isn't available, or especially if you're out and about, maybe at a grocery store or a mall to help relieve some of the pain in your low back, is just to sit down in a chair and reach down in between your legs. Same thing, you should feel a little stretchy in your low back as you go down just like this. And same thing, you can hold it or repetitively just go up and down. The next category of stretches that I want to show you are extension-based exercises. Extension means you're going backwards. These are great for someone with an acute or a new disc injury, okay? So if you've recently hurt your back and you've started feeling pain going into your buttock or down your leg, these might be very applicable and good for you. So the first thing that I want you to do is going to seem like a really lazy exercise. All you're going to do is lay down on your stomach. So lay down on your stomach nice and flat. And just hang out just like this, okay? What should be happening, especially if you have pain going down your leg, The hope is it should start coming up your leg, maybe into the buttock and into the back. Even if your back starts to feel worse, as long as your leg pain gets better, that's a good thing. So I would start by laying here for maybe 5 minutes and just see how you feel. Exercise number 2 in this progression, as you start to feel better, would be to lay on your stomach, but just come up on your elbows, just like this. What I normally have people start with for this exercise is 5 minutes. And what you're gonna do is set your timer for 5 minutes. For 30 seconds, you'll be up on your elbows. And then for 30 seconds, you're gonna lay down flat on your table. And then for 30 seconds, you'll come back up. And you'll just go back and forth for the 5 minutes. Same as the last thing. If this is a new disc injury and this seems to help you, this should be taking some of the pain hopefully out of your leg and maybe bringing more up to your back, or hopefully helping with your back pain as well. But this should be helping and making you feel better. The next progression of these exercises is called a press up. So for this one, I'm gonna have you lay flat, and I would put your hands kind of above your head to start with. And all you're gonna do when you're in this position is do a press up. So you're gonna keep your hips down on the table and push upwards, hold for a second or two, and then come back down. Push up, hold for a second or two, and come back down. As you feel better and better with this, you can take your hands and slowly bring them farther and farther underneath you, and that'll just provide even more extension through your low back. The next exercise that I want to show for the extension-based category, if you're starting to feel better with things that bring you backwards, you want to find frequent times to do this. Especially if you're a desk worker, what I would do is take frequent breaks throughout the day. I would stand up out of your desk, put your hands on your low back, and you're just going to extend backwards. Do this 5 to 10 times to help relieve some of your back and or leg pain. Okay? So once again, hands just go right in your low back, and you just extend backwards. This should be making your low back feel better. If you have leg pain, it should be taking some of the pain out of the leg. The next category of stretches that I want to show you are just general stretches, pain relieving stretches that will help your low back. Okay, so the first thing I want you to do is lay on your back, bend your knees up, and put your feet and your knees together. And very subtly, especially if you're in a lot of pain, you're going to take your knees and just go a little bit side to side. Okay, I want you to go as far as you can without pain. So if you're really flared up, if it's a really new injury, or if you've had back pain for a long time, you might start really small. All it has to be is an inch, side to side, okay, if that's pain-free. As you feel better, you're gonna go farther and farther. But what this is gonna do, it's gonna help get those joints in the back moving ever so slightly. If you've had back pain for long, I think you'll really like this one. It's a great beginner one that I use with most people. The next exercise I want to show you is called a cat-cow. This is a great exercise to help elongate the spine and get the segments moving a little bit better. If you're really flared up or really sore, just be careful of this one. It can be a little aggressive, okay? For this one, I want you to get on all fours to start, so hands and knees. So hands and knees, and what you're going to try to do is you're going to try to make your spine into a moon shape in opposite ways. So first thing I'm going to do is drop my spine down and make a moon shape from my head down to my tailbone, and then I'm going to go the other way. Lift, 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 drop the head, and make a moon or crescent shape. And you're just going to go back and forth. And what you might do, you can kind of bias where in the spine you want to feel the stretch. So for example, if you have low back pain and want to stretch down there, focus on lifting and dropping right here. If your pain is a little higher up, more in the mid-back, you can focus on lifting and dropping through there. Okay, just go up and back and forth like that. The last exercise or stretch that I want to show you, all you need for this one is a pillow, a rolled up towel, a rolled up blanket, or something like this. This might not seem like a stretch, but I'll explain how it still will stretch and help your low back muscles relax as we're doing it. So for this one, all I want you to do is lay down on your back, bend your knees up, and for this one, I want your feet a little closer together, if not all the way together, okay? Take your pillow, roll up towel, blanket, whatever it is, and put it in between your legs. And all you have to do is squeeze. Hold 3 to 5 seconds, and then relax. Squeeze and hold for 3 to 5 seconds, and relax. And you're just gonna keep doing that, okay? As I mentioned, this might not seem like a stretch, but what happens when we squeeze, we turn on all our groin muscles, and what that does, it makes all our butt, hip, low back muscles relax, okay? What's probably happened if you've had back pain for a really long time, or if you have really severe back pain, all your muscles in your low back have gone to try to really protect and grab and support your low back. And sometimes all they need is an opportunity to relax and breathe and kind of reset. So once again, squeeze, hold 3 to 5 seconds, and relax. This is one, even if you're really, really flared up and have a lot of pain, that most people really like and tolerate well. So there are 10 low back stretches that I want you to try. I hope you learned something new and valuable today. If you did, please hit that thumbs up button, put a comment down below, share this with a friend or family member who might benefit. And I'll look forward to seeing you on our next video. What we're looking for is a little bit of a stretchy, tensiony in the low back.